If you are truly being intentional in your life and you want to find love and you're just over the dating, okay, make sure to subscribe because this is all the things that I'm all about. I found my happily ever after my person. We've been married together for 16 years. So if that resonates with you, if you want no BS, straight advice on how you can find it too, make sure you subscribe. Make this a habit where you can always find out when I post a new episode every Monday and Thursday. What do you really want when it comes to kids? Something that I keep seeing over and over, it's the actual question, do you want kids? A lot of women in this community are kind of like, well, I don't know, I'm not too sure. And at the end of the day, what it really comes down to, what I keep hearing, is that the struggle to find a partner is so huge that it's like, oh my gosh, let me just at least, like, that's hard enough. I can't even imagine having a kid, right? And a lot of times you've had probably really shitty partners and ones that are not like your teammates and the one that will help you and be by your side. It's more like, oh my God, I have a partner that's a loser, or a partner that's exhausting, or someone that I have to sacrifice so much of my life energy for. How can I have a kid with this person? And so the whole idea of like, can I have a kid? You start to kind of throw it to like, forget about it. Like all I want is like a decent human being partner to do life with, let me at least like, that's it. I don't want to ask for too much. And what I want to challenge you on today is that no, like bullshit. I want you to imagine life with this amazing partner, your teammate, one that you haven't found yet, right? So imagine you could have it all. Okay, so stop this whole story in your head of like, oh my God, it's so hard, it's so hard. That's hard enough. How can I even throw a kid in the mix? Forget that. When you think about your life, when you were growing up and you had this happily ever after in your head, before you had the shit experiences of one failed relationship after the other, before all of that, do you remember really having clarity? Like, yeah, one day I want to be a mom. Okay. I just want you to get back to that moment. I want you to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, there was a moment that I did see it clearly, or I really wanted it to. I imagined it, but then with time, I kind of gave up on that. Okay, so I want you to not give up on that. If you truly, and I'm not saying kids is for everybody, they're not. Like I've met people who are like, oh, I don't want kids, and they're wanting kids, and that's perfect. To each their own. But this episode is really about those women out there who would have really wanted kids and have completely swept that under the rug, kind of buried it deep down, and didn't want to rock the boat with some kind of, the guys that they're dating. They don't want to scare people away. And that's what I'm telling you is that that's the wrong approach. I want you to be really honest about what you really want. And if you really want to have a kid, then freaking own it and go into it like hell yes. I'm not going to give up on that. And lead, like, just when you have so much clarity on what you want, and that being one of the things that's so important to you, and not just being like putting it aside and based off whatever partner I have. No, like if you want to have a kid, say that, own that, claim that. And then as you're dating, you put yourself out there, be intentional and say, hey, that's important to me. And if someone's like, oh, I don't know about that, that's scary, bye. That's not for you. If you're telling me, I really don't know, Jackie, I really don't know if I want to have kids. Okay, then if you really don't know, and it's not about fear, it's not about, oh, I'm just so nervous because it's been so hard to find a guy, or I've scared guys away with that conversation, right? Like if it's truly that you don't know, then that's one thing, okay? But I don't want it to be like deep down, I am really scared of scaring these guys away and I'm going to be left alone forever. So I might as well keep my mouth shut when it comes to babies, and let's see if I can just get a match, or, get somebody to love me so I don't have to die alone. This is where, you have to get really real with yourself. And sometimes this is the power of coaching. Here I am trying to coach you through the podcast, right? But like, this is where the power is, when you can get someone else's lens on your life. Like, I can help you clean your lens there. That being said, I'm having a free masterclass. Sign up. If you're like, I want clarity, I want to be called out on my shit, or I want to ask Jackie for some advice, show up to this free masterclass. It's going to be a game changer. I'm so excited. It's a brand new masterclass. All my masterclasses are always amazing, but this one's going to be the best one yet. So yeah, I'm not cocky, I'm confident, because I know my method works, and I'm going to give you a huge piece of what I do at this masterclass. So click below, How to Find Crazy Love. That's what it's called. And you can click below, register for free, and just put on your calendar and show up, okay? Because it's going to be a live Q&A and everything. I really hope that you are listening to this with an open heart. My whole thing is that I feel that so many times we are giving up on our happily ever afters. We are giving up on our dreams. We're giving up because we're like, it's not possible. It's not able. It's just been so hard. I can't even imagine it. I want you to freaking imagine it. What if you can? Like, what if it's all waiting for you? What if you want to be a mom, your children are there waiting for you? Like, let's go. And once you decide, yes, this is what I've always wanted, and be fearless about it, you've only chosen the wrong partners. If someone got scared away because you mentioned kids, or they didn't want kids, they weren't for you. That they're not aligned to what you want. So it's bye time. That's it. And the more you know how worthy you are of all that you really want, the more you can show up in your life vibrating so freaking high and being like, this is what I want. And you confidently own it. And you're like, this is what I want. And I don't have to just pretend that I'm okay with a life of whatever happens. No, I don't want you to be so passive. I want you to freaking take control of your love life, of your entire life. You know what? And if you want kids, you don't even have to wait for a guy to have kids. Go to the sperm bank and make it happen if that's what you want. Like, I just want you to get your power back, And so, like, this is where I don't want you to give up on any dreams that you've had. I want you to get real on whatever it is you've always wanted for yourself. Stop with the excuses that sometimes in our head, you're too old, it's too hard to raise a kid alone, or whatever, all this shit that you might be thinking. It's like, there is so much power in challenging the story that you are telling yourself day in and day out. Get in a room with me. Get in a room with me for me to really just call you out. And as long as you're open, you have that growth mindset, this is where you level up, for your own life. Don't give up on that little girl and her dreams. Don't. Okay, so anyway, I hope to see you at the masterclass. Don't settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. Thank you for listening. Sending you so much love.